Hey friends, it's Len here from Morning Auto. Today in the studio, we have a third generation Acura RDX. I want to go over some of the top 5 problems that we've come to find on this particular vehicle. Now for our first problem on these particular types of vehicles, it's going to come down to either windshield or even sunroof problems. Commonly on the windshield itself, up along the top where the windshield connects onto the roof, you're going to find that sometimes you're going to get either a creaking or even a popping sound coming from this area. In extreme cases, if it goes for too long, it could even break the windshield, and obviously that's no good. There's also the panoramic sunroof. Now this is a giant sunroof that goes pretty much from the front of the vehicle all the way to the back. So by having glass up here, it's going to take away from the structure of the vehicle itself. Essentially, while you're driving down a bumpy or uneven road, as the weight of the vehicle is shifting, you're going to start hearing those creaking and clunking noises coming from the sunroof as well. In extreme cases, there are times where the sunroof up top breaks or even doesn't function properly. It can be pretty scary considering it's above your head. The second problem that I want to talk to you about is the CMBS. On this vehicle, that stands for Collision Mitigation Braking System. Now the way that this is going to function is with a radar sensor that's across here behind this grille, and up along the windshield you're also going to have a camera. These two are going to function together. While you're driving down the road, as you start catching up to the car in front of you, the radar is going to make sure that you're not getting too close. If it senses that you're getting too close, it's going to give you a little warning on the dash. Maybe for some reason you don't start slowing down. It's going to go ahead and tug on that seatbelt a little bit for you and even tap on the brakes. That should wake you up. Maybe that doesn't wake you up. At that point, it's actually going to put on the brakes almost to a full stop if needed. And that's pretty much where this problem is. Sometimes on these particular vehicles, there is an issue where the sensor thinks that something's in front of you and there isn't. The car comes to a stop and you don't know why. The next problem that I want to talk to you about is a problem called Limp Mode. What does that mean? Well, let's say you're still driving down that highway. All of a sudden, it feels as though the power of the vehicle is diminished. Instead of going 65, you're going 55, 45, 35. Who can go that slow on the highway? It's going to cause an accident. Well, why would that even happen? If the vehicle's onboard computers found that there was an issue with one of your main components, such as maybe the transmission or the engine, it's going to try to cut power to that engine and make sure that you can get off the road and get yourself safely down to a repair shop. Other symptoms that you might happen to find when your vehicle's in limp mode: check engine lights flashing on the dash, and for some reason it cuts out the power to other things such as possibly your air conditioner or even the radio or infotainment center. And as we know on Hondas and Acuras, the transmission's more than likely the culprit for this. The next problem that I want to talk to you about involves your Apple CarPlay. Now on the infotainment center on these vehicles, right up on the bottom corner, you're going to be able to find a tab that says Apple CarPlay. That's great, assuming you have an iPhone. All you do is you take your iPhone, you plug in your cord, and it should pop right up on the screen up there. Now it's common sometimes when you plug it in, nothing happens, just like I have here. Or even sometimes the screen looks like it wants to pull up something and then it just disappears. Now for me personally, to try to fix this, first I would want to make sure that it's not the cable causing the issue. I've done this with several different cables and it still has the issue. So I would just make my way over to the infotainment screen right there where it says System Updates. As you make your way through there, it should update the system for you and everything should work properly. If it doesn't, go ahead and take it to the dealer so they can reconfigure it. For our last problem, I want to talk to you about the key fob. Now we all know how these are supposed to work. You keep them in your pocket, your purse, whatever you happen to have them in. You can walk up to the car, even if you have a whole bunch of things in your hands, and grab onto that door handle. It should want to unlock. You can go ahead and get right in. Now unfortunately, it's common on these particular types of key fobs. You walk up to the vehicle, you try to get in, and the car just doesn't want to open. You go ahead and you take your pocket or maybe even your purse and you put it up close to this and you still try. It still does not want to open on you. Now, if you tried to replace the battery on it and it still doesn't want to work right, the next thing that you would have to do is make your way down to the dealer and have them try to reprogram it for you. Okay friends, that's all I've got for you for top problems on this Acura RDX. I hope you liked the video. Feel free to share it, like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.
What's that, bud? Anything else? Or?
You gonna close it?
Close what?
The video?
Oh yeah. Should probably do that inside, huh?
Yeah, I was thinking about driving shop.
Oh, that's it?
That's it.
Okay friends, well I hope you liked the video.